what do you say we get thrown out of an Applebee's?
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
All week long.
Order in the courts. All rise. Young Thug just walked in. There's another gentleman that came in right.
Yeah. Who? Are you sure that was Young Thug?
No, because I don't know. I will pull up the article unless anybody in the chat actually has any clue what is happening with Young Thug and or who
this
he
guy's
is.
killing this apple though. He is ravenous on the fruit.
Yes, I guess lunchtime. I think we're in Atlanta, right?
I would think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Sergeant Buzzkill, good to see everybody. Going to jump around a little bit, unless Young Thug thing case is amazing. Then,
well, we need a little bit of backstory while you're figuring that out. If somebody knows anything,
yes.
Yeah, this is a we got a case. We cover court cases that we stumble upon most of the time across the internet. There's another guy, so there must be a lot of defendants, or we're hearing other cases other than Mr. Thugs.
Well, he is an American rapper. We know that.
Check. We got that much figured out. But yeah, so we're going to give our opinions, our reactions. We know little to nothing about most of these cases as we come into them. Just like Young Thugs. We don't know who exactly Young Thug is. I know he's apparently an artist of some sort, a rapper from America. But other than that, that's about all we know. You know what else is interesting, Creed? When I sit here and I talk to myself, I look like an idiot.
During court, Creed frames usually don't happen. Anyways, he pled guilty to a racketeering conspiracy charge in a sweeping gang incident against him, rapper Young Thug, and several other alleged members of the Young Slime Life criminal street gang.
I remember as a young boy, I told my old man, I said, look here, one day I will be part of the Young Slime gang. We'll be sliming mother effers all over this town.
I'm not understanding if he was let out or released. Why are we?
Well, maybe you're reading an old story.
Well, no, it's 18 hours ago. There's a lot of backstory going back to 2016. Per the plea agreement, the rapper will have to perform 500 hours of community service, substantial portion. I don't understand. Oh, no, it says Young Thug remains in jail. His trial is set to start in January.
What? For what? More racketeering charges? I mean, why is everybody worried about today?
This whole article, it says he was released on a plea deal in a RICO case after 7 months, but yet here we are. I am
tons of I'm guessing these guys are all part of the slime gang. I'm not sure. That guy thought it was funny. They're all laughing.
They are laughing. They did like your joke.
I do. Excuse me. I do feel bad though for the bailiff back there. He has had to watch these gentlemen eat. And he, by far, like me, is always hungry. And I hate to see him hungry.
Lord, what a great way to start the day. The monetary monorail isn't even out of the station.
I know. I was worried, Creed. We had loaded it up like, we had loaded it up like this. In fears.
Good to see everybody. I kind of want to see what's going to happen here. I'm combing more of this article. I don't know.
Where is our fam that knows about this case? We need more information. It seems like it's going to be a kind of I'm glad you got the rim rant of the art world. So make sure you enjoy that. No, it doesn't have those kinds of things. I have a Cash App. Just send it straight there. I'll send you my address. Don't worry. I asked everybody that wanted
My
it.
internet is.
Your internet's pretty bad. It's
Yeah,
right
it's
up there
really
with the some of the best.
I can go plug it into another hole and see.
No.
He just needs an apple. Just needs an apple.
He needs something. He's like me. He's starving. I'm starving, Mama. I'm starving.
Well, Heidi, good luck with that. Hopefully, keep your mind off of it with the Young Thug and the Slime Gang.
These slime boys aren't gonna run these streets no more. Racketeering. I don't even know what that is.
Oh God, is it really? Is it that well, that's a bit in depth.
Has he got a good lawyer? I mean, he's got money, right?
So maybe he's being brought in on different charges than the RICO thing, right? Maybe.
I would ask if I was a rapper. I'd ask them to bring me out on one of those Hannibal Lecter boards, where they got the mask on me and I got my hands all tied onto my chest and
yes,
just like crazy, and they have to take the mask off of me to talk.
Right, Loud coming through with the long and short of it. Young Thug rented a car that was used by other gang members to pew or kill a rival.
Who's the rival gang of the Slime Boys?
Ectoplasma.
Them Slime Boys. Who is the rival gang, I wonder?
Yeah, see, this article from 18 hours ago says that he was released and all right, 8 minutes ago. Is that fresh enough? Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, will appear before a Fulton County judge Thursday afternoon. The rapper, whose real name is Jeffrey, we already know that. He just wrote that 2 seconds ago.
Jeff
is one of more than 24 people arrested in a sweeping gang incident. It is the first public appearance since his initial arrest in May, and the day after fellow Atlanta rapper Gunna was released from prison. Okay, so Young Thug wasn't. Well, that makes sense.
So
other stories.
Mr. Thug was swept up in this. Maybe, just maybe. I'll play devil's advocate here, Creed. Maybe he was inappropriately swept up. Maybe he was wrong place, wrong time. Maybe it was one of these situations like we heard about the rental car.
His lawyer, Brian Steele, is hoping to not only get a bond for his client, but he's also hoping to argue several motions dealing with evidence and statements made ahead of January's trial. Williams is accused of being one of the founders of Young Slime Life, a criminal street gang that prosecutors say is behind murders, aggravated assaults, and deadly weapon and armed robberies.
Okay, he's gonna take the plea deal. He's got time served. So he's hearing to tons of people, tons of charges. Big RICO gang thing.
Yeah, the RICO stuff is not something that happens overnight.
No, that's a lot of collecting of evidence, a lot of, it sounds like, at first I thought maybe Mr. Thug was the only, one up on charges. But it seems like
Hey, Aaron.
And sometimes when you're swept into something like this, the guy with the best attorney is the guy that gets to walk on out eventually and not pull as much time.
Listen, when you're talking RICO charges, you're talking big attorney money. He's also made it clear that he had not made any statements.
Good God, look at all the police we got in here.
Had not been interviewed and had not cooperated with prosecutors and has no intention of being involved in the trial.
What?
That's interesting.
We're not going to put Mr. Thug on there? Is he Young Thug or just?
I don't know.
Is that how you say his name? I don't want to call him by his wrong pronoun.
So we got a bit of an idea, I guess.
So is it like part of the Young gang? You got like Young this, Young that. I would be scared to put Young in front of my name, by the way.
News station talking about they got 2 crews at the courthouse following today's proceedings. It says that okay, that's a news advertisement. Well, anyways, I don't know if they're gonna get so maybe I'll keep an eye on this and we can jump to what you've got, and when this starts we can jump over and just see if it's.
I would love to hear some of these charges read out because it definitely is. Don't check your email. I will continue to look at that. I'll make sure.
Good point, Pass.
It's again, I don't want to call myself young if I'm a rapper, but if I get old, there's nothing worse than an old young rapper. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
JG, I have zero clue.
So
I do believe somebody tipped us off to this yesterday. Said something about please cover. I had no idea. I think we said if you have any information, please send it over.
I mean, if there's plenty to cover, if there's tons of meat on the bone, I mean, if there's all the things involved that I saw Kay was talking about, like murder and general mayhem, gang type stuff. Yeah, you can't keep young in front of your. Oh my goodness! If that's not Young Thug, I don't know the man personally.
Looking dapper.
I've seen all the other criminals coming in. Allegedly. He is the most well dressed. I mean, his hair is perfect. He is looking good.
Yeah, those Rico cases, like if you ever follow a lot of stuff like where they try to hem up the biker gangs, on the Rico charge, they talk about that all the time. About
if you've ever watched a movie, you know what a Rico charge is, especially. Oh my God, Young Thug has really inspired me, Creed. I know. Hopefully, we're about to jump into this because I need to really drink him in a bit.
Can you only change your name once in a while? I guess I don't know.
Oh yeah, they put a limit on that. Otherwise, everybody be changing their name all the time. I would like to be Young Legend.
Well, Chris, good to see you guys.
Even though I'm old, man, is Young Thug got like any hits?
Terminator.
I'd like to know a list of songs that are like his hit songs. I'd love to know the titles of some of them because I'm worried that maybe some of these titles might get him in trouble.
Nah.
Like, they're reading them off. They're like, Mr. Thug, you say you do not participate in gang stuff, but what about your hit song, Gang Bang Until the Break of Dawn?
Well, let's see. He was born in 91. Thug initially released a series of independent mixtapes beginning in 2011, so he's been in the game for a while.
That's a very old school thing to do.
With I Came From Nothing in early 2013, signed with Gucci Mane's 1017 Records. And later that year, he released his label debut mixtape, 1017 Thug, to critical praise.
My God, Mr. Thug's hair is going to take me a month and a half to draw.
Let's see.
Don't hate the player, Creed. Hate the game.
I like the philanthropy part. In December 2016, Thug joined hashtag Fight Poverty Again campaign. Thug donated all proceeds of a sold-out concert to Planned Parenthood.
I mean, you can still hate people and not want people to die.
Stating on Twitter that I was a teenage parent. Planned and unplanned parenthood is beautiful. Lots of legal issues, something to do with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's tour bus back in April of 2015 was fired by members of the Bloods street gang. Young Thug was one of the individuals who was involved in a lawsuit after the bus driver of the tour bus decided to sue him, as well as Cash Money Records, Young Money Records, and Birdman. Remember Birdman?
I remember Birdman. Coco Beware. He used to come out with Frankie. They'd be, whoa, did you see that guy's hair? Big fan of his back in his WWF days.
I said back in January 2017, he didn't show up to a concert at a stadium after a $55,000 contract was signed. This wasn't the first time the lawsuit has been filed against him for not appearing at a concert. A Texas production company had done the same in April of 2016 after he failed to perform at a concert. Thug was cleared of battery in 2017. Young Thug's gun and drug charges were dropped in April of 17 following a raid of his then home in Sandy Springs, Georgia.
Maybe that's Young Thug. That guy's way more dapper than the other guy. Golly, there's so many people. Do we have a correspondent on the streets in Atlanta that can help us?
Also, back in 2017, got an MTV Video Music Award for Best Editing. Video of the Year with Wyclef Jean, I guess.
Oh, he'll be gone till November. He'll be gone to November.
Most recently won a Grammy for Best Rap Performance. That is pending, though. Best Rap Song also pending.
Pending what? Cleared of the charges? I mean, do we not give criminals awards anymore?
2023 Grammys. 22 Grammy Award Album of the Year. Apparently, he was nominated. The dude's it's pretty big. I mean, it's got a lot of Grammys, a lot of MTV. I didn't even know they had the MTV Music Awards, anyways. They do have his Fulton County jail records. Most recently up to September 17th of 2022. I'm not even gonna dive into that, but
is he married, single?
Let's go back to the personal life. Great shot there. Let's see, personal life, early life, career. I don't see that part. Artistry, image and fashion, personal life. Let's see. Young Thug has 6 children by 4 women and 48,000 cycles.
My man.
3 sons and 3 daughters. He became a father at the age of 17. In April 2015, he became engaged to Jerrica Carly.
Oh, I bet she's hot.
A swimsuit line and whose mother managed the late Young Dolph.
Young Dolph.
Thug bought his first home in September of 2016 after the release. Is that him?
That's him.
Okay, so
that could have been him, the first guy.
Well, he's got a giant thing on his head, like right here. The guy we were looking at.
He's got some tats.
Okay. So Jerrica, who runs a swimsuit line and whose mother managed. Okay. Thug bought his first home in September of 2016 after the release of his mixtape Jeffrey. The home based in Buckhead. I said Buckhead with a B, Atlanta. Is more than 11,000 square foot, 6 bedrooms. Also, one of the kids when they come over to stay are in the bunk beds. 11 bathrooms. Oh, wow. 6 bedrooms, 11 bath. That seems a bit excessive. A full bar.
That's a lot of pooping. Look, I can only see Young Thug for a second. And he was like this behind something. So, Young Thug, if you'd like to buy this,
it's for sale.
I know you got monies.
Let's see. A full bar, a theater room, and a 4-car garage. During his childhood, one of Thug's older brothers was shot and killed in front of the family home. April of 2020, during a concert live stream, Thug revealed a recent brush with death, stating, "I kind of just stayed in bed and I was like, yo, call the ambulance. Excuse me, ambulance.
Yo.
I can't move my body." Then later, when the ambulance came, I couldn't get out of bed.
Wow. He had paralysis in his body?
It might be. What are we looking at right here? I got the volume off.
It's kind of scary, though. I didn't know
what's happening. Anyway, so now we all are educated.
We all know about our good friend, Mr. Thug, part of the Slime Gang, which is pretty cool.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for the super. Appreciate you.
I'm going to go by Young Slimy.
Young Slimy, that'll work. Is that no? Seriously, Amber, that was a joke, I believe. If that's the truth, though, that's.
I wasn't kidding when I said it, though. Creed might have been joking when he agreed with what I said. And also said Carol takes a long time to make a quilt. Let's not confuse people's words.
No, Mike, I was busy reading and did not get to the comments. I apologize. Didn't miss you at all. Just behind.
And I was over here drawing pictures like a child.
Yeah, whoever's running this camera so far. Wow, there's a lot of people in the church pews.
there is so many officers, and each time I'm like, that's got to be the biggest cop they got.
Garfield.
They
And
bring
then
in somebody even bigger. It's really going to be. Hey, wait a minute! Ain't that Craig's dad right there?
I think Craig's dad's dead, isn't he?
Oh no! Don't say that. I saw a thing, by the way. You're talking about gangs and stuff like that. When they shot the movie Friday, if you notice, everybody's wearing blue throughout the entire movie. You'll notice blue is the predominant color.
Yeah.
It's because the neighborhood they were shooting in was run by the Crips. So to keep everybody safe, predominantly they all wore blue.
Well, Dash, we just spent 20 minutes learning about it. Where are you? We know more about young.
My gosh,
what's his name again? Young Thug. Than, a lot of. I'm almost a fan. Did I say it right? Ambulance.
We say rescue squad. I don't know what part of South you're in. We say rescue squad. Call the damn rescue squad, Creed. Young Thug is very well dressed in comparison to the other.
Does he have does Young Thug have the type of money to pay off the cops? Are we at that level yet, or is he just on his way up?
Come on, man. That only happens in movies. Paying off the cops? Apparently not. If he would, he wouldn't be sitting here today. He's had to upgrade to buying off judges.
Good point. Are we gonna get to this, or wow, she has gigantic glasses, huh?
Well, the bigger the glasses, the sweeter the juice. That's not right.
What they're waiting for. All rise. Yeah, the judge isn't even in there, I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. It's camera work, though. Is this the best we can do? Seriously? Who is
Can we get one of our guys in there? Not our guy.
Our guys. WSB-TV. Let me see if they got a better shot. See if I can.
So the 20 best Young Thug songs, it says here. He's got a song called Danny Glover. Huge fan of Lethal Weapon, apparently.
Yes.
He also has a song called Best Friend. So that's not bad. We've got Danny Glover, Best Friend.
About my best friend.
That way he doesn't have to worry about any charges on those two. Well, he's got a song called Stoner. That might be a problem.
He doesn't do the drugs, does he?
No. He's got one called Check. You know, you want to pay the waitress. You say, check, please. Over here. Constantly hating. I don't know about that one. That could be interpreted as an issue. He's got a song called, I'm going to say this wrong probably, but the ba language. The ba language. The ba language. It's language with a B in front of it. The ba language. He's got F cancer there. Look, that's a young man right there.
Look at this. Isn't that nice?
That's a robot, Creed.
That camera work is just.
He's got an F cancer song. He's got a song called Raw, Might Just, Pacifier. I mean, these just seem all right. Power. There's a song called With That, Hercules, Halftime. I mean, all these are titles I don't think they'll have any problems with. 2 Cups Stuffed. That's what I like too, my friend. 2 cups stuffed, overflowing. If you're joining us, this is Court. Young Thug. Shooting Star. Numbers. Some more. These titles are very calm, very subdued. Creed.
Yeah, I would have expected a little more.
Hell, man. He's got a song called Family. I mean, what more can you ask for? Oh. He's got tattoos on his face. That's him, Creed. There he is, the man of the hour, Mr. Thug,
All right, that is so. The last one was definitely not him.
aka Jeff. His name is Jeff. That robot was over there trying to do something. Hopefully he's breaking himself out from everyone else and not being tried with them. He needs to be tried on his own. You don't want to be associated with any of these other gentlemen. Look, I can't see anything wrong with Mr. Thug.
Yeah, I tried to bounce around. Hey, there's Apple Breath. I tried to find any other that were halfway deep, but they're really aren't. So we'll stick on this. Maybe once it starts, we won't get shots of the floor and walls and ceiling.
Oh man. Remember somebody said about somebody named Megan the Stallion yesterday?
Isn't that the same?
Megan the Stallion is a woman, and he did a song with her called
Ooh,
Don't Stop.
Guy's messaging. Oh, Megan,
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you some of the video, Creed. With no sound, of course. So we all know who Megan the Stallion is. We were wondering yesterday who that was.
Yeah, somebody had said, "Oh, you got to cover that." I had no idea what we were talking about. Don't look underneath that laptop, you guys. Stop looking.
Oh, but Megan the Stallion is cute. She's a cute young lady.
Apparently so, Hector. And they said that they have two cameras, but if you go to their live feed, they're just rerunning.
Look at that, Creed. Megan the Stallion.
Well,
A++. Right, I see why he was making a video with her.
So who is she? She's all in latex too, huh? Isn't that
yeah, man? She's God, all these girls are A++.
No, JG, are you serious?
What? He did a song with her. It said.
You stop messing with us. We know nothing about
making stuff up now.
Sarge, I have no clue. I mean, this is live right now. You can look at all the nice water bottles. That were
wow, look at that huge Zoom meeting right there, Creed.
That is a big one. Again, don't look underneath the laptop over there.
I would never do that.
No, I either. Is that purified water right there? Oh, the blasphemy.
They need to just pull off the label. They don't have no problems with that. Oh, okay. He's got the street cred. I like it. By the way, Creed, there's him and Megan the Stallion together. He just did this thing. We all know what that means. Megan the Stallion. Wow, all these Mormons. I've really missed out on music over the years, apparently, Creed. It's got real sexy like.
Oh, Alan, yeah, I did finally after a very, very long thing. Yeah, it was a big hit. That was fun.
Oh, did you win some money last night?
Yes, had a big old hit on old Madam Destiny after like 0 bonuses and ripping.
Speaking of Madam Destiny, I'm going to a basketball game tomorrow. So if you guys would like to send me any popcorn money to the PP, I'll probably see Creed too. I'll buy him a popcorn.
You don't want
possibly. Fine, I'll buy Creed a pack of Traffics.
What you want up on the corner of Court? I think it's Court Street.
Hey, Creed, you're back. Good to see you.
Welcome back. Is the halal truck? That's good stuff.
That guy looks nervous.
Yeah, she's being a little extra nice and still didn't apologize. So there's that.
I'd make her come out just like Megan the Stallion. If she called me that, I'd be like, you better come out here looking like Megan the Stallion tonight. That's just going to get crazy.
Yeah, I don't know anything. Right? At least we've learned some.
He looks scared. I don't like that look. Jeff, don't look that way, man. Stay hard, Jeff. Stay hard.
The popcorn's all right, but he looks very confused.
He's got a nasty scar right here.
Well, the other dude that we were looking at had a giant, like, massive, what looked like he was stabbed in the brain one time.
Face tattoos, that's a new thing too. A lot of people are doing the face tattoos. I don't know what I would want to put on my face, to be honest with you. I mean, if I got jumped into the young slime gang, I might put that on my face, I guess. Just for street cred.
This county might want to reinvest in some chairs because every single one of them seem to be falling apart.
Oh my God. We are just pouring everyone into the courtroom right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here. I'll find you a hallelujah soon, Cooper. I'm on backup. Absolute piece of shit, just like me. Thank you. So annoying. No, but it will be interesting to see, though, because sometimes in these cases, they do roll on each other sometimes.
Are we anticipating trouble, man? I mean, look at all these people.
It is. It's a lot of cops.
It's like a cop for every 3 people in the courtroom. This is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in fear for Young Thug.
Popcorn or face tattoos. I like that.
For $1,000, I will have your name temporarily tattooed onto my forehead.
I will say this. I've seen every water bottle in the place, and I believe we have had pretty much a 360-degree look at the entire courtroom so far.
Some of these cops look like they ain't playing.
I would have a hard look at the back of that chair, by the way. I would have a hard enough time trying to figure out, like, even getting a tattoo somewhere where it might not be so exposed. Even it would be tough. I couldn't imagine when you're looking at
on the face. Like, you gotta see it every day. You look at the mirror.
Right? Our slime gang dudes. Thank you, Mike.
Mike coming in doing the Lord's work. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, Alan. It's hopefully it'll be better once the judge come in. What if it's a familiar judge to us on We Got a Case? It very well could be. We've been in this county quite often.
I'm wondering, does anyone know if there is a Zoom of this? If they're Zooming, because apparently they are. If you look at their screens, there are tons of people on that Zoom call.
Seriously, is there 20 police officers in there, maybe?
More than that. More than that. Has to be more than that. I mean, I'm not gonna, I remember back in the day, I listened to a little bit of the hip hop, you don't stop. But nowadays, I thought everybody was kind of putting on a show. There was a time I thought like rappers would like legit kill you. But it seems like now it's like everybody's kind of just putting on a show. They're selling it. It's a work, baby. But now I don't know.
Barber Chad, good to see you.
Who's the scariest rapper right now? That's what I need to know. Who? That robot that we saw in the corner?
Still alive.
Tupac.
Somehow.
Look at Frankenbeen's picture for a second. It looks like he's cosplaying as a young Knox. Like the beard, the bandana, the glasses, bandana. But yeah, I thought it was all a game.
Yeah, Hector, there's a lot of, the only reason why I knew about it is, like I said, we got a message about it yesterday, and I saw it when I go to search, courts, it was just all of it. And I said to Mikey, I said, is that, anyways, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I did see that today there's actually a couple of things happening. I don't remember exactly what it was. I was waking up listening. Actually, Court TV was on when I woke up, which I didn't even know it still existed, really, on the TV.
Yeah, I thought they were like MTV now, and they just played Real World. Road Rules.
Hello.
Hey.
I think that's a great poll someday. Is Tupac or Biggie dead? I believe both of them are still alive.
Oh, I think they're both very dead.
You think so?
Oh, but again, going back to the time when rappers were actually dangerous and they hung around dangerous people.
Yeah,
Suge Knight,
that's true.
I guaranteed Suge Knight has killed 20 people himself.
Easily.
Good
point.
He nearly killed Vanilla Ice to get his music rights. Everybody forgets about how he went into Young Ice's room, had him held over the balcony by his feet off of a very tall building until he signed over the rights to his music.
But here's the thing, though, is that, in order to get out of that game, you've got to be dead, right? And both of them had money enough, I think, to disappear.
They were at that transition, though. You were at the transition point where rappers were becoming actors and doing other things beyond rapping. So there was a slight, work away from that. How many old rappers, are now doing so many other things? They were able to step away from that and move. And that's where that was all going. But now it seems like we're gone back to, because like I said, I thought it was all fake. I thought it was all just a work type deal.
Well, I go out and check the traffic and weather together. Mikey can tell you a story about Bishop and Vanilla Ice.
Sure, why not? Everybody's jacked about that. Hopefully the judge will come on in here in a minute. We'll see who it is. I mean, I would like to see some court today. If we're going to cover this, let's cover it right. Blood In, Blood Out. By the way, Blood In, Blood Out, Bound by Honor. There is no better gang/prison movie anywhere. That is the best. If you're interested in that sort of thing, it's a very long movie with some very funny parts at times and some very sad parts. So if you're looking for a great watch this holiday season, Blood In, Blood Out, Bound by Honor would be my cute movie pick for you. Real quick about Vanilla Ice. When we had gone into podcasting, we left radio, decided to go into podcasting when no one was doing podcasting. I had no idea what we were talking about when we said we were doing that. We were, I guess, like sponsors of a show. Vanilla Ice had come to a local establishment here in the area. And it was a packed house, a sold out show. Me and Bishop were there. We were rubbing elbows, kissing babies. And they were saying that typically Vanilla Ice would have a guy dressed in a clown costume on stage with him during the show. Well, said man was either sick, didn't show up for work that day, whatever. They didn't have the guy to go into the costume to be on stage with them. So everybody knew, me and Bishop. They come over and asked us if we knew anyone. And Bishop's like, yeah, I'll do it. So Bishop dressed as the clown and danced on stage the entire show with Vanilla Ice. One of the funniest, most entertaining things I've ever seen in my life. All the scary rappers are dead. Probably. You're probably right. But it seems like if this guy's all wrapped up now in, the gang life, he's made a big mistake. Now's the time to distance yourself from that. You got all that money. Time to step back, distance yourself, make a good life for you. Yeah, isn't Suge Knight still like in prison for the rest of his life or something? Tyrus, yeah, remember him. He's isn't he NWA champion right now? 3 accidents, 1 T-bone. Speaking of accidents, there was a chase this morning in St. Louis. We have that video that we'll be watching as a bonus video at the end of We Got a Chase Today, Thirsty Thursday. So make sure you're there for that. Fresh, hot off the griddle chases. Can we go to looking or not? While we're waiting. What we're going to do is we're going to do this while we're waiting because I'm tired of staring at that and nothing happening. And Creed abandoned us. So we're going to jump over here and watch some of this arraignments.
Good morning, Miss Maestas.
In Reno.
Morning. All right, let's see. You have a matter. And I said my computer is a little slow to open up. 22 CR 15556.
Uncle Phil, yes. I look forward to it. Colors.
All right, and I have a competency evaluation that I received in your matter.
She doesn't look incompetent.
And based upon the evaluation, the evaluator has indicated
What'd she do?
that you understand what's happening here today and that you can assist your attorney and you understand your charges so we can proceed with your matter here this morning. I appreciate you being working with the evaluator to resolve that issue. Let me read you your charge now. You were charged with battery in that case.
Battery?
Alleged in a criminal complaint filed December the 7th, 2022. And the allegation, Ms. Maestas, is that you willfully and lawfully punched the victim on her left cheek with a closed fist. You understand the charge?
He was never scary though, Angela.
And how do you wish to plead to that charge?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your not guilty plea. We'll schedule the matter for trial. I will appoint a legal defender to represent you, Ms. Maestas, because battery is a violent crime for which you could receive jail time. So I'm required to give you a lawyer whenever you are facing possible jail time. So the trial date will be.
She's a very small lady to be fighting folks.
Please.
Sorry, Pike.
Yes, Your Honor, that's January 17th at 8 a.m. and that will be with Mr. McGinnis.
All right, Ms. Maestas, your trial date is January the 17th, 2023 at 8 a.m. Your lawyer is a gentleman by the name of Patrick McGinnis. I'm going to order that today, or not today, but I'm going to order that when you are released from custody, that you make contact with Mr. McGinnis so the two of you can be prepared to proceed to trial. Do you understand my order?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a very sad bush right here.
Email and telephone number by the jail or at the jail.
What happened
so
to all
you can
the
make contact with him prior to your January the 17th trial date, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's talk about bail for Ms. Maestas, please.
Your Honor, here it appears that the alleged victim and her family were at the El Dorado Casino having dinner when they were approached by the defendant, who made a comment. The victim did not understand what the defendant said, and so she answered with "what." The defendant then came after the victim. The victim and her family asked the defendant to leave them alone, and they attempted to walk away from the defendant. However, it appears from the probable cause, the defendant continued to advance on the victim and ultimately punched her in the cheek. It appears to be an unprovoked battery, according to the allegations. I would note.
So the victims were just sitting there eating dinner at a casino, and this lady just walks up and starts shit with them? There's got to be more to that story. She had to know him, right?
I would think.
That the pretrial risk score lists her as high, as a 9, Your Honor. I candidly do not have her criminal history. However, the unprovoked battery allegations here, the high risk score, causes me some concern, and I believe that the defendant is a risk to the community and this alleged victim. I'm asking that the court impose $2,500 bondable in this case. Should she be released, I'm asking for conditions that she obey all laws, consume drugs or alcohol, and have no contact with the alleged victim, please.
Risk was a 9.
Do you wish to be heard? Thank you, Ms. Gianoli. Mr. Puentes, do you wish to be heard on behalf of Ms. Maestas?
Your Honor, if I could ask the deputy, I think she might be booked on some warrants. Is that correct?
Two warrants out of Lane County.
Okay, thank you. I couldn't access her, Judge, because it's a Jane Doe. Your Honor, we're asking the court for a known recognizance release. She's not able to make any bail. She'd be willing to abide by any conditions of pretrial release that you impose.
Thank you. Ms. Maestas, are you working?
No.
All right, how do you support yourself?
Street fighter.
I was just traveling. I'm from New Mexico. Actually, I live in
traveling?
I live in Berlin, New Mexico.
Oh, traveler.
I was just traveling here. And so I decided to stay longer, and the guy that brought me here, he left. So I'm getting ready to turn around, and this is what happened. Did you see this? I mean,
Huh?
Okay.
What?
All right. So what we're gonna do then is I believe that you are a danger to the community when you independently pick out somebody who's at a casino having dinner and commit violence.
I'll tell you how she makes her money. She walks around a casino, and anybody that leaves like 20-cent slips or 2-cent slips, Tito's, they call them, ticket in, ticket out, you get out of a machine. There's a lot of weirdos that do that at big casinos, by the way, but they walk around. Somebody got me for $100 once because I got up and walked away out cashing out. They found the dude, banned them for life, and arrested him. And but the thing is that they find big ones. They'll go right to that machine. They have these machines. You put your ticket in, it gives you cash. It's like a reverse ATM.
I like that she's saying that she's just, passing through. She's up and she's about to go down, but the guy that brought her left her, Creed. She's been
very quick.
abandoned.
Black Judge Phil is on the ready to go. So as soon as they get going, we'll jump back.
As soon as they get some volume, we'll be right in there.
On their person. So I will impose bail or bond in the amount of $2,500 bondable with the following conditions: that if you are able to post bail, that you obey all laws.
Got
you
a
have
feeling
no
she ain't.
alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. I'm going to put you on enhanced supervision with our Marshals Division, and that you have no contact with the victim in this matter, whose name is Reagan.
no, ma'am.
She must have beat this woman's ass.
Reagan Newton. So you have no contact with Reagan Newton. Do you understand my orders?
No, ma'am.
All right. Well, that's the jail will explain that to you. Your bail has been set at $2,500. The next person we have is Maria John.
Well, she was fun.
She was we got another woman from the back. Bring her around.
22 CR 15968.
Maybe she's will talk a little better than that lady. She come off kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Slightly.
Good morning, Miss John.
Morning.
Miss John, you were charged with the crime of trespassing in a complaint that was filed December the 15th, 2022. The allegation specifically is that you refused to leave an address on Carville Drive after being verbally trespassed. Did you understand the charge?
No, ma'am.
Well, trespass is that you went to somebody's place. It looks like here, I'm trying to read the written statement.
I think no, I didn't go to somebody else, but he welcomed me. Whoever was that, the place, yeah, he did. And he even told me, because I don't know. I thought he's the uncle.
Is this our old friend Little Lupe? Remember little Lupe came on, did a show with us?
I remember Little Lupe. The judge just stood up, grabbed that giant piece of plexiglass, and just moved it off and just dropped it next to him.
Judge is making a statement, Creed. He will not be reined in. Little Lupe, everybody.
Little Lupe.
If you don't know who she is, look him up.
I will stay with the uncle because they said married the next time. I was married with somebody. Yeah.
Your Honor, if I may, it looks like it's a private residence, and they
still can't get the volume.
Nothing
He's
yet?
talking and stuff. There's no volume over here.
I had trouble with the handwriting too, and it looks like they're saying they don't know her. I did have some difficulties communicating with my client. I don't know if there's a mental health aspect to this case that needs to be explored.
She's extra spicy.
Based upon her responses, I believe that there may be. Miss John, where do you live?
I live at the homeless shelter by the clinic. Yeah, that's where I live. But all
right. And do you have a job?
No, I don't work because I pay bill with my brother.
Have a big
No, I
penis?
use welfare and everything, so I got all of those. So
what's that?
You have a big penis?
That's her.
That's why I don't have a job.
That's the only one I can play.
Do you understand the charges against you?
Because I'm just doing me and my people. What if your friend drop you off on, he's at the dad place or uncle place. So he dropped me off. I don't know anywhere around there.
Is that code for something, uncle? When you call somebody uncle? That's got to be code, right? That's like, I'm doing my thing and I go and see uncle. It's got to be something for code.
Because I never go over there, but he just told me you're going to just drop me up, you're going to pick me up, but he never did. But then the uncle told me to make myself like a home. And when they kick him out, that's when he started grabbing my hair like a girl. How the hell?
Did she say he started grabbing my hair like a girl?
You have a big penis?
A boy know how to beat up a girl. A man know how to beat up a little girl. That's why I was so mad. Now he told me to get out because they told him to get out from the house. And I was like, man, go because your uncle and me, I'm waiting for, whoever your son is. So you can come and pick me up and drop me up at the cellar. That's all I need. Because I don't know anything around there. Never go over there. But welcome me as one of your friends and family. Yeah, that's all I know.
All right, so do you understand that when someone asks you to leave a place,
Uncle or not,
that
they
you
gotta
have
go.
to leave, that you can't stay?
What if I don't know anywhere? Oh, so you told me to stay, right? To make so when they told you to get out as a landlord, now you're gonna tell me to get out because you're getting out? And I said, I don't know where's your son to come pick me up? He said, no, get out because
I
I'm
like
out.
this girl. I'm not gonna
What
lie.
am I get out when I don't know anywhere?
Well, you could go back to the shelter, right?
Why am I trespassing when you just told me that I make myself feel like a home, like my uncle?
Yeah, don't mess up and tell people to make themselves at home when they come to your place because they just might do that, Creed.
Very quickly, I just want to tell you. So this is going on. There is only this feed, and if you can see, people are freaking out. All of the YouTube. I just went to like 5 of them, and everybody's screaming, "Why is there no audio?" The chat is just like there's just zero audio. So
it's a botch. They've botched
11
this.
Alive.
Yes.
11 Alive I think they've figured out how to use the camera, but they haven't gotten to the audio yet.
They've got the pointing the camera part everywhere but where they need to, but no audio. That's a huge mistake.
It's an issue. Unless they haven't really started yet, and this
they don't go on the record yet. They aren't on the record. It won't matter. They will not be recorded.
That's a good point. So that could be because he does look like he's arguing something there. But anyways, I'm keeping an eye on it. I got the volume up.
And then when they told you to get out, like if your friend told you to get out, why you told me to get out with you and with your friend? When
I'm concerned that Miss John may have some mental health issues based upon her responses to the court. So I'm in a holder for a competency evaluation.
She seems like she's got it together.
So I just want to make sure that she understands the charges and what the ramifications are. I'm not clear that she does that. So Miss John, I'm going to go ahead and order an evaluation for you. There'll be a no bail hold pending the charges. So you'll get to stay in jail for a couple of days, and at least it's warm and safe there. And please cooperate with the evaluator, and we'll set the matter for an entry of plea once we have an evaluation.
Okay,
I think she's gonna come back. She's fine. I like this girl.
Kristen Hughes.
The other girl was waiting for her to get done to walk back. Did you see that? They're like together.
22
now.
CR 15921 from Miss Hughes.
Probably her jail wife.
So hold on a minute. I have 2 Hugheses, and I think that Chris Hughes. I think this is Chris Hughes.
Let him say who he is.
I want Mr. Hughes. I think that there's a woman by the name of Kristen Hughes.
I think he goes by Kristen, Your Honor.
Okay, I wasn't
Good morning.
sure.
Good morning, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And Happy New Year.
All right, sir.
Nice
So,
of him.
Mr. Hughes, is your
This is Jamie.
hold on. Let me ask a few questions, Mr. Hughes. Is your first name Kristen?
Yes, it is. Good
All
morning.
right, thank you. Hold on. Mr. Hughes,
Kristen. Somebody named their son Kristen.
See her.
Kristen. Good morning and God bless you and Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah. I hope you're having a blessed Kwanzaa, Your Honor.
I have a charge here in that case I just read to you.
Mr. Hughes, yes.
Which is 22 CR 15921 of an open container. The allegation is you carried and consumed a half-open bottle of whiskey on a public place, a city street, then a parking lot open to the public. Did you understand the charge, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Let's go, baby.
And the other matter I have for you is 22 CR 11690. And that is an arrest warrant for failure
Kristen.
to appear for community court on August the 31st, 2022 for removal of a shopping cart. Did you appear for community court on August the 31st, 22 after you were cited?
You've heard of RICO charges. When you steal shopping carts like that, it's called a bubbles charge.
That's a
Went to
bubbles charge.
community court?
Obviously not if you have a charge that says I
Okay.
didn't. Okay.
He's getting liquored up and stealing
And
shopping
what is
carts.
do you admit that you
I
failed
certainly,
to?
I certainly would like you to resolve whatever matter is.
I intend to do that,
concerned
Mr.
today.
Mr. Hughes, let me ask the questions and we'll get these matters resolved.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
are you admitting that you failed to appear for community court?
No contest.
Okay.
Concerning everything.
All
And
right.
you are the judge, so you are the one that can make the best decision.
And I'm going to ask the city attorney if she's willing to make you an offer relative to these two low-level misdemeanor charges.
And if I heard you properly, we have the new open container as well as the failure to appear in community court. Are those the two matters before Your Honor?
Yes.
May I inquire of Mr. Fuentes whether the defendant wants to go back to community court? I'd ask he be held. in
2 words,
transfer.
young thug, Justin.
He did indicate to me that he is interested. I don't know if that's changed since I spoke to him.
All right, thank you. I'll inquire as well. So the city attorney is interested to see if you'd like to participate in community court based upon these charges. And I think that if you're willing to do that, that might affect her decision to maybe dismiss one of the charges.
Yes, I'm interested in doing everything possible to resolve whatever issue it is and to make everybody happy in our community.
I'm pleading
including
no
yourself.
conquest.
And
Thank
God
you. I
bless-
appreciate
God
that,
bless you.
Mr.
Merry
Hughes.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
An offer then,
Merry
Mr.
Christmas.
Minoli. Hold on, Mr. Hughes. Let me talk now.
Your Honor, I'll make the offer that if you enter a plea to the possession of the open container, I will dismiss the older case from August, the possession of the shopping cart.
All right, so the city attorney has made you an offer that if you want to plead to the most recent open container charge, she'll
Take the
dismiss the
deal.
removal of the shopping cart charge. That's the older case. Do you want to do that?
Take the deal.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And what is your plea to the charge of open container, sir?
No contest.
And sir, do you understand by entering a plea of no contest that the court
No
will find you guilty of that
consequences.
charge?
Yes, I do.
Did you understand your constitutional rights?
Yes.
Do you have any question about those rights?
No, I do not.
You understand that the maximum penalty still could be up to 6 months in jail and or a $1,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
And have you served in the military, Mr. Hughes?
It's civilian. I'm a civilian.
I served
gonna-
as a civilian in the armed forces, Your Honor. Don't want to brag, but yeah, that's me. Christy.
I'm sorry?
I'm a civilian.
Okay, all right, that's a no then. I'll go ahead and accept your plea as freely, voluntarily, and knowingly entered. And with the failure to appear, how long have you been in custody, Mr. Hughes?
Oh, since the 13th.
Okay, and today is the 15th, so I'd call that 3 days. I'm going to go ahead and sentence you to the time you've already served on the failure to
That's a
appear.
no.
And I'm going to refer the open container charge to the community court and order that you be held until Wednesday of next week for community court, where you'll be transported to community court. So I know you get there and they'll provide services. So I want to be clear with you, Mr. Hughes, that what I'm doing is a big favor for you. You'll go to community court and they have clothing, they have obviously a free lunch, they have medical services.
But no half open.
If you've lost your ID, you can get Social Security, you can sign up.
How many shopping carts are there, Your Honor? That's what's important.
Do they have any
Yeah,
that they have?
you
You know,
can
the
sign
ones
up.
in the front that pop down. It's very confusing when you have it. You go to a grocery store like that, where you got to pull it up to that little. And then they just like they open it. It's very odd, very weird. You got to like dock it.
Civilian, Your Honor.
For food stamps. They have all of those resources.
They got food
They have
stamps.
job placement there. So
Hot and
if
cold
you are
running women.
transported over there, please take advantage of all the resources that they have there.
Can you
for
hear
your benefit.
some of my problems? Oh, I'm sorry.
Merry
Sometimes I look to where to go, like people say an address or a place. And I will, as I'm traveling through a city to go there, other people will distract me. So any place that I'd not have arrived to solve problems, it's not my fault. And
No, Mr. Hughes, let me tell you that.
I try to find where things are.
All right, let me tell you something. I understand that completely because you missed one court appearances. So what I'm going to do is hold you in the jail till next Wednesday, and then I will transport you directly to the community court so you won't get lost. You'll know exactly where you have to go because you're going to get a ride. Okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. So take advantage of all those services, and I'm going to wish you the best of luck, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you, Lola. Yeah, it just popped on. So they just did a complete restart. It went black, and then they came back, and that's actually pretty spot on.
That's a civilian Creed. I don't know if you know what those look like.
That's pretty good. Listen, I got a bunch of shipping to do. We're up against an hour. I want to watch this for a few minutes, if that's all right.
Is there any volume?
To being returned, and to suppress as evidence anything obtained on the grounds that the search and seizure without a warrant was illegal, or the search and seizure with a warrant was illegal because the warrant is insufficient on its face, there wasn't probable cause for the issuance of the warrant, or the warrant was illegally executed.
Warrant on its face.
The motion shall be in writing, which that one was. State facts showing the search and seizure were unlawful, which it was. The judge shall receive evidence outside the presence of the jury on any issue of fact necessary to determine the motion, and the burden of proving that the search and seizure were unlawful shall be on the state.
This judge
If the motion is granted, the property shall be restored unless otherwise subject to lawful detention. Lawful detention would be contraband, of course, and it shall not be admissible. Mandatory shall not be admissible in evidence against the movement in any trial. The motion shall be made only before a court with jurisdiction to try the offense. If a criminal accusation is filed or an indictment or special presentment is returned by a grand jury, the motion shall be made only before the court which the accusation, indictment, or special presentment is filed and pending. The last time that we were in court, the court, Mr. Steele, I think we admitted for the court's consideration D1 through 10. Within those documents was the order Judge Newkirk entered. Can I have those, Christine? Do you have those?
Boy, I hope Lexington still is.
Do you have those ones? Are they up here? Okay,
that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Are those Ray-Bans he's wearing?
Thank you.
Atlanta. We don't.
All right. D1 was the accusation that was filed in this case, and that was related to the possession of marijuana charge. D2 was the motion to suppress any and all evidence located from the defendant's home. D3 was a supplemental motion to suppress any and all evidence located from the defendant's home. D4 was the order granting supplemental motion to suppress any and all evidence. And it reads as follows. After hearing testimony, a stipulation of testimony and argument from the parties on Monday, April the 3rd, 2017, this court hereby grants defendant's supplemental motion to suppress any and all evidence located from the defendant's home. Based on this ruling, the evidence located in defendant Williams' home is subject to the above referenced accusation number 16 SC1, and there are 6 4s. Specifically, that just over an ounce of marijuana, it is hereby suppressed and cannot be used in evidence by the prosecution in the trial of Jeffrey Williams, signed by Henry Newkirk on the 10th of April, 2017. There was a motion for reconsideration that was filed or accepted by the clerk's office on the 20th of April of 2017. There was an order, that was D5. D6 is there is an order by Judge Newkirk entered on the 24th of April, 2017. The order, it reads as follows. The court having read and considered the state's motion for reconsideration, the same is hereby denied. D7 is a motion for null pros on the same case where Mr. Steele filed a request to have the accusation null pros.
What about D12? Isn't that a
D8 is the dismissal for
Players
warrant
Club.
prosecution. When the case was called for trial, the state was unable to proceed, and Judge Newkirk has the following reason: the motion to suppress was granted, and he granted the motion to suppress, and that was the 3rd of April, 2017. There is a exhibit from our last hearing on the 17th, D9, which is a letter that was written by Mr. Steele to Mr. Charlie Bailey, Esquire, May 17th of 2018. Read the State of Georgia versus Jeffrey Williams, accusation 16 SC 1444444. Dear Mr. Bailey, I hope it all is well with you and your family. I'm writing you to pursuant to my representation of Mr. Jeffrey Williams in the above referenced case. As known, the Honorable Court suppressed all the evidence in the case was null pros and prosecution is ceased. Mr. Williams has been attempting to obtain his property that is lawfully his concerning the above referenced case. The City of Atlanta is not releasing the same as they still have the same marked as evidence according to Mr. Williams' father. Could you please assist in having the property released to the lawful possession of Mr. Williams or his designee? Please call upon receipt to discuss the above. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Signed, sincerely, Brian Steele. Copies to the two Williams, one being the defendant, one being the senior, his father.
I saw him on a DVD that said Triple X.
D10 is the warrant for search and seizure. And those were the 10 exhibits that were admitted for the court's consideration on the motion on the 17th of November. So the court's concern is that while you all, the state that is, think that Judge Newkirk just specifically excluded the marijuana, he did, but the legal premise behind it would be fruit of the poisonous tree. Anything that was taken in that house at that point in time would be subject to being suppressed. And that's the first thing I'm going to let you all address. The second thing that would be of note is that under 17-5-30, this property was requested to be returned. And the statute's pretty clear, shall not be used in a future criminal prosecution.
So it's pretty interesting.
That
It
is
sounds
different
like
than
it was illegal.
the return of property statute during trial 17-5-54.
fruit from a poisonous tree creates?
Yeah, that's why I preface this. I've had an opportunity to take a look at Judge Newkirk's transcript, which will also be included for purpose of the record, is the next court exhibit from the 3rd of April of 2017. So with that, Ms. Love, what say you and your colleagues?
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, Your Honor, my understanding.
Somebody get her mic'd up, please.
I want to point out that in using on evidence that pertained to the possession of marijuana charge that Mr. Williams faced in that indictment, the court specifically, during the course of the proceedings, clarified during an exchange with the prosecutor.
No, that's Miss Love. And somebody just coughed in there when you just
suppress the marijuana.
I'm in the courtroom. I didn't want
But the
anybody
legal
to know.
premise would still hold on anything that was taken in that home by a search warrant. You had an arrest warrant issue, and then you had a search warrant issue. So if Mr. Steele challenged the arrest to begin with, the warrant or copies of the arrest warrant and the warrant under Baez, versus the state, which is a 206 Georgia 552, which he cited at that point in time. That would make it so that anything else in the house that was taken would have been subject to being suppressed. Mr. Steele amended his motion.
That's a possibility
asked
of
for
a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, volume's gone again.
Yeah, I thought it was going to because it got kind of swiggly for a second. I was like,
All right. Guys, this is 11 Alive on the YouTube if you want to sit through all these audio issues. So last time what they did is they cut the whole feed. You could tell they did a whole restart. And then there it was. Interesting start, though. I think it's going to be a good one. You guys know us, and we got a case. We're not going to get into something real long like this.
We might jump in for like some of the better testimony and that kind of thing, and maybe closing arguments. When I
saw this pop up today, what I thought was it was kind of a quick arraignment type situation, not getting into all this like pretrial. So anyways, guys, appreciate you. Listen, I got a bunch of stuff to ship out, including something to Iowa golfer Lisa.
Ooh,
she got something you would like.
Doggy. Can I play with it first? I gotta see what
this
it
is. What is it? It's 50 by 60. Giant horror blanket.
Oh my!
I got freeze dried.
Oh,
anyways, that's
what a great get. I would put that right on my couch.
50 by 60 seems pretty big. I look forward to seeing the picture of it. I also got a Rick and Morty one, but I got to match it up. I was telling everybody yesterday during that thing. I said it's a bitch to try and figure these out because you don't want to open it up when it's like that. It's perfect for shipping. You know what I mean?
I got one in the mail. It was a blanket and a pillow. It said it was for my son for Christmas.
Came like that.
It came like that, and I said, "Well, I still got to open it." So we opened it, and I was like, "Thank God I did," because the pillow needs to be purchased and put inside the pillowcase. So,
just a pillowcase.
Just a pillowcase. Luckily, I can get a pillow for like next to nothing.
Yeah, their audio's gone again, you guys. Anyways, all right. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Listen, a couple of things I want to mention. Mike and already said that during our we got a chase today. Got a little special extra for you, which is pretty neat. A chase that happened in St. Louis, right, Missouri.
Yeah. This morning.
Nice.
So we're gonna, it's fresh, it's hot off the griddle. We figure we throw it on out there. So why not?
Also, no, tomorrow's gonna be a little weird. Just so you know, you might see Mikey and I on the streets of Charlotte. Maybe.
Yeah. You might even see me and Bishop in the car road tripping to Charlotte. Anything's possible. So tomorrow, make sure you got all your notifications turned on. You never know how many times we might go live 10 times tomorrow. Anything's possible. So make sure if you want to be a part of everything we do, you've got it turned on. Notifications on the bell, click it. But once you click that bell, you still got to click all notifications. Otherwise, you will get whatever they want to tell you.
The other thing, too, is that tomorrow's members only for the main channel is going to be Saturday at 4 East.
Mm-hmm.
So remember that.
So we'll put something out tomorrow as a reminder. But yeah, so if you're a member of the Credence and Bishop Show channel, tomorrow 4 p.m. Eastern time, hope to see everybody there. There will be a chase tomorrow. Don't forget there will be. We got a chase, so keep an eye out for that.
Did you get that one, JK? All right, thank you guys. We'll see you at 405 East.
That's right. And until then, make sure you love everything we do. Go back and watch some old classic episodes of the OG. Go back and watch some old court. Why not? It's all there for you at your fingertips. Over almost 2,000 episodes now, I think, Creed. I have to look and see. But yeah.
2 million views.
2 million. That's right. Not bad for a couple of old guys. Until next time, wrap them presents.
I have free shipping on a record player, and it's going to the state of Washington.
Nice. Laura, Flusha, Mike, Cooper, Amber, and yet Mike again. Thank you for your continued monetary support.